Hello everyone, Luxans here, your coach of the Kyoto Samurott, and today I am here for my NCL Draft Analysis. As you may have heard, seen, or whatever, I dropped out of PCL. Wi-Fi this generation is not a thing for me, or something that I'm willing to do a lot of. I've heard good things about the chess timer, so I may try that out, but outside of that, no. I'm not doing this. So instead of that, because I don't just want to, not make a video for as long as Gen 8 lasts or until they fix the timer, I decided through a Twitter poll that I would be uploading NCL, which is a draft league made by a good friend of mine named Ian. I'll leave his channel down below. And basically, NCL is just, it's just quite a regular draft league, I guess. And I'm giving my draft analysis for this. So, I think I was 7th pick. And I kind of went in with the mentality of, I don't necessarily want new mods, because there's only a few that interest me, right? And if they fit with my team, I'll try and pick them. If they don't, then whatever. So I don't have a lot of new mods. I think I have 2. Yeah, I have 2. But I do have a team that I'm quite proud of because I think it's quite a good team. Even though it wasn't the main focus of my team, because I actually wanted to do a nicknaming theme with this team. And that is Fire Emblem Three Houses characters, because I recently, I played through Three Houses. I got slightly addicted, and yeah. So I want to name all my Pokemon after Three Houses characters, and that was the main goal for my draft. If I'm going to be honest, if I could make a Fire Emblem nickname out of it, I would probably pick them on. So some are a bit iffy, but most of them fit quite well in my opinion. To start with the leader of the church, as you can call it, Lady Rhea, or Mega Latias. I chose Lady Rhea because, well, spoilers. I'm not gonna say that, but if you played the game, then you understand. Also, green and blue eyes, and that works very well. Mega Latias was still available at pick 7, and I was like, alright, let's take the very bulky Dragon Psychic Mega, because why not? We have a defogger now, we have incredible coverage. Also, something to note, like the lead moves like Hidden Power, Pursuit, they're banned. No using those. So dark types are a lot less of a threat to Mega Lati here. And on top of that, I can't use Hidden Power, but it's alright, I guess. Anyhow, we have a defogger already. We have a great specially offensive mon and a great, like, I guess it's kind of like a bulky offense mon. Like, it has great bulk, it has incredible offense, great speed tier to 110 already. We have the option to go physical. I'm not going to use that option, probably ever, because that was my phone. I apologize about that. I'm going to throw it in my fucking, I have no clue what that's called. I'm just gonna throw it on my laundry. Yeah, that works. I don't have to say a different word. Anyhow, incredible coverage, as I said. A lot of supportive options as well with both screens and stuff like Magic Coat, Healing Wish. As you can see right here, we get Refresh as well. Reliable recovery in 2 ways with a Rooster Recover. Thunderwave Toxic. Wish as well. Wish support is very nice, especially for my next mon. Because, okay, you can't see that. That's Pog. Because then the rage clicked. Basically, Mega Latias is a threat. It's also a setup threat with Calm Mind and Store Power, because that's a thing. Yeah, we have Mega Latias. And then a win came back to us. Celesteela is still there. And I was like, we gotta take the goddess herself. We gotta take Sothis. Hello? Give me Sothis sitting on her throne. If only Celesteela was a bit smaller, that would have fit way better. Anyhow, Celesteela, amazingly annoying Pokemon. Leechy Protect sub spam is very fun in my opinion because it's just so disheartening to play against. um, of course, not only that, we also get stuff like Heavy Slam from the heaviest mon in the game. Flame Charge, Assault Vest sets work really well with this thing. With Mega Latias as support as well. The Mega Latias Celesteal is just so threatening. Cover each other so very well because Celesteal is weak to fire and electric, and then Latias resists both of those. And then Latias is weak to like Fairy, Dragon, and Ice, which Celesteal can all deal with. So, yeet, yeet, yeet. We got stuff going, and we can also run offensive sets with like autotomize, weakness policy, stuff like that, or just even autotomize boosting item to clean late game. Flame charge sets are definitely a thing, and I don't think, well, it didn't get anything new because it's not in the game yet, but it gets a lot of bonking things with Heavy Slam, Flash Cannon, Air Slash, Fire Blast. I think it's Fire Blast. I still don't understand that. I guess it's like a rocket. But, like it's a bamboo rocket, so I guess I understand the fire and grass moves. But then again, like, why though? Anyhow, as Celesteal, and next up, I decided that it would be a good thing to take a good Dark type along with these two, as I personally am a very big fan of the Psychic Fighting Dark core, and I always try and get a good one of that instead of like an incredible Firewater Grass or an incredible Fairy Dragon Steel core, because personally I like that offensive core of Psychic Fighting Dark a lot more. And we got Weavile, and Weavile can't use knockoffs because you know it's not deleted, so and it got it, so we can use it. Also gets Fake Out, Icicle Crash. I'm so sad it doesn't get close combat. It would have been so good if it got close combat. Oh my god. But as for moves, Weevil just kind of does the same thing it always did. As Jesus, speaking's difficult. It has always done in hitting very hard with knockoff and Icicle Crash, and then chipping, and then cleaning things with like Ice Shard. Potential Fake Out, Swords Dance, Choice Band sets just work really well. A little bit of coverage for everything that we need. Throw Chop is a nice tech that we can probably use sometime. We have Taunt, which is very nice, fast taunter. And Weevil gives me incredible speed tier of 125, speeding all the base 120s and forcing 130s to at least speed creep me. Otherwise they just get outsped, which is not something they'd want to do. And aside from that, Weevil's just kind of chilling, to be honest. Yeet yeet. Next up, also, I called it Felix because Felix is like very fast, hits very hard. You know, swords, claws, kind of the same thing. You get what I mean. Next up, we have Hanuman or Hanuman. I don't know how to pronounce these names, but we have our professor with the stash. Look at him, he's so dapper. Also, Hanuman has like a main color scheme of gray, while like Sotus has green, stuff like that. That's why I made Lady Ray shiny, by the way. If the shining color variant works better in my opinion, then yeah. The shiny color variant, I don't think I've ever called it that. Anyhow, excuse me. We have Galarian Weezing here, which is another defogger for my team. We get Toxic Spikes as well, which is very nice. 3 great abilities in Levitate, which just removes the weakness, and Neutralizing Gas, which just says, hey, you want to do this one thing? No! Smiley face. And Misty Surge, which I could probably do some cool things with at some point. I don't know what, because I don't really see something right off the bat. It's probably something cool I could do with that. Poison Fairy. This completes our Fairy Dragon Steel core, which is a very bulky one at that. But Weezing bolstering a very high physical defense, Celesteela just being thick. Which, if you ask people on the internet about the Sothis Smash PNG, you'll get the same response, which is kind of weird. But yeah, that's a thing. I'm not proud of knowing that. And we have Lady Rhea, which you'll get the same response from the internet. Like, oh my god. Alright. Anyhow, we also have a Haze Mon. We also have a Mon that can click Memento for something else to come in. Strange Steam is an interesting move, in my opinion, because the effect is so random, in my opinion. But it's a good base power, and it's like quite spammable. It's very weird in my opinion. Also, another Taunter Will-O-Wisp is very nice as well for physical threats that Weezing can switch into regardless, and well, we can't use any of these. We have stuff like Infestation to trap people, which is also very nice. We're gonna click Zap Cannon every game. That's not true. I'm not clicking Zap Cannon every game. Also, Aromatherapy, which is very nice because hey, my team toxic? No, just no, we don't do that. Of course, Clear Smog is basically same as Haze anyway, but you get what I mean. Also, some recovery with Pain Split, which is okay, but that is about it for Weezing. And another thing that is nice with Weezing is that it can act as a grounded poison. So if I need to get rid of, if I think toxic spikes are like a huge problem, and the opponent doesn't have like Garchomp, I can just run neutralizing gas and be like, yeah, fuck your toxic spikes, yeet yo yort, and then set up my own. So great. Next up, wait, no. Yes, we have Gilbert. He's our Seismitoad. As you can see here. Oh wow, it doesn't actually show my mouse. I didn't realize this. But we have Gilbert, our Seismitoad, and I named him Gilbert because honestly, the color scheme is quite accurate with the orange and the blue, and Seismitoad is just a tank, just like Gilbert. And another reason I picked Seismitoad is because Dracovish. If you don't have a Dracovish switch in, you fucked. Like, it's as simple as that. If you don't have a switch into Fisher's Rend, then Dracovish will kill him on every time it comes in. Unless you manage to play incredibly well. Like, it's not that it's a good mon, it's just that it's braided, and I dislike that. But then again, it looks funny, and I kind of... What the fuck was that? But it looks funny, and I can appreciate that. Seismitoad also gets knockoff, which is very nice. It also gets a shit ton of fucking moves, which I don't know why it gets, but it gets Stealth Rock, which is very nice. Wait, where is it? There it is. This is my first Stealth Rocker, yeah. Like, it's a very reliable one at that. And we can also run stuff like Toxic, obviously, because of Wallboy, Seismitoad, Gilbert, yeet. Basically, Seismitoad just kind of sits there, spam Scald or like Earthquake or Knockoff on things, and it just kind of chips things down. He's just here, he's chilling, all good, you know? And next up, we have a true GOAT. We have Raphael. Now, if you don't know why I named it Raphael, please get out. I do not want you here. This is Raphael, the absolute mad lad. He's going to punch people in the face, and they're not going to do shit about it. Because Raphael, he is the final piece of my Psychic Fighting Dark Core, and we have a Psychic Fighting Dark Core of Mega Latias, a Weavile, and a Buzzwole, which I like very much so. And something else I like about Buzzwole is that it has very good coverage. Like, this mon gets Fighting Ground, Iron type? No, Steel type. I was thinking of Iron and Bug, Ice, Electric. I think it gets like Outrage. It gets Poison Jab, probably. Like, look at all these moves, and on top of that, look at how dummy thick this mod is. Holy shit, Raphael. What in the hell? And 79 speed is also quite nice because, you know, things outspeed, like, we outspeed base 75s, which is very nice. And it makes us a decent scarfer as well, especially with already high attack and stuff like that. And you have one of the best abilities in Beast Boost because, you know, it's an Ultra Beast. I draft a lot of Ultra Beasts now that I think of it. Anyway, because this isn't the last one, it's funny enough. But next up, we have the Dew. The Colossal. Look at him. He's chilling. I named this thing the Dew because, according to, like, Fire Emblem Three Houses, quote unquote lore, because it's not really lore, it's mainly just like, hey, here's a fun little fact. In Dusker, there's like a lot of minerals are in the ground of Dusker, and it's like a mining area. I'm pretty sure. I was like, that fits for Colossal. And there's only one character from Dusker. Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's the Dew. And honestly, this thing is here because, well, one, it can click Stealth Rock, two, it can click Spikes, and three, it can click Rapid Spin. Also, Will-O-Wisp is nice, obviously. Flame Body is very nice for physically offensive threats. And it does get stuff like Skull and, like, what's it called? Just fire moves, just regular rock moves, but, like, Explosion can be very nice, but it's kind of more so. It's a very nice hazard supportive mon, and it's very, very bulky. Like, these stats are nothing to laugh at in terms of bulk. I can make it very physically defensive, very specially defensive, and honestly, you're not going to be able to do much about the Dew. Next up, we have Lysithea, however. And Lysithea is one of my favorite characters in the game, so I had to draft her. And we drafted Miss Magius for that position. Because, you know, spellcasting. Miss Magius is basically like a witch. Miss Magius looks a lot like the Gremory outfit. I think it fits, you know. And the funny thing with Miss Magius that I never really noticed is that it has, like, very good coverage in my opinion. It gets Shadow Ball, gets, like, Energy Ball, gets Mystical Fire, Hyper Voice, Dark Pulse, and what else? Thunderbolt, I know that one. Power Gem, I did not know that one. Psychic, I knew that one. But, like, it gets very good coverage, like, on its own, which I think will be very valuable in a format where you cannot use hidden power whatsoever. And so I'm actually quite excited to use this thing. I think it'll be a great addition to my team as well. And 105 was a speed tier that was very nice for pretty much my entire team, as I didn't really have anything to bridge the gap from Buzzle to Megalaios, and though Miss Maggot isn't the greatest bridge to that gap, it is a start to the bridge, which I think is good enough. Next up, however, we have Catherine, and honestly, I only named this Catherine because of Thunderbrand. That's the only reason. Because the thing is, I originally drafted Staraptor, and another mon that I traded out. Jesus Christ, speaking is difficult, which was Obstrika. But then I realized, you know, my ways to take down bulky waters are the next mod, which is a tier 5, and Obstrika, which is also a tier 5, and didn't want that. So instead of that, I dropped Staraptor, got myself a Xurkitree. As I said, not the last Ultra Beast with Buzzroll. And now we have Xurkitree, which, this is all I need to say. This is genuinely all I need to say. 173 base special attack. We get electric moves, we get grass moves, we get fairy moves, we get... Do we get psychic moves? We do not get psychic moves. We get bug moves. We get, you know, everything except for the hidden powers, which does kind of suck for Xurkitree, but I think it'll be able to manage. Nosy as well, so Nosy Hypnosis, Nosy Rain Dance Shenanigans. But what we can do is just hit shit really hard, which I think is fine as well. We get another. We get, I think, our first Volt Switch mod, which isn't great, but it does give us that bit of pivot into the other Pokemon right here. And Xurkitree just hits so incredibly hard. And this point, it was more so looking for types that I needed, or that I hadn't, or type synergies that I hadn't completely filled yet. Because I had Fire Water right now for Fire Water Grass, and my next pick is a Grass type. I had Fairy Dragon Steel, Psychic Fighting Dark, another like little. It's not really a core, but three types that I think are always essential are Ground, Flying, Electric. Well, I got my Ground, I got my Flying, and well, here's my Electric. So it was more so looking for types that I needed and that wouldn't like make my weaknesses to things a lot worse. So that is why. Also, fun fact: if you look at my team, we have an Earthquake immunity, neutral, potential immunity, neutral, resisted, weak, immunity. And this is weak. Then we have another resistance. And then we have another neutral, which I think is quite funny because I just have a team you can't really spam Earthquake against, which I like a lot. Because Earthquake is one of the best moves in the game, so I wouldn't want people to spam it against me. Anyhow, next Mon is Lilligant, which I'm naming Flame because, you know, not too big. Green. Alright. I don't know why I made the shiny, to be honest. Do I like the shiny more than the regular? Yeah, slightly. So, we're using shiny Lilligant, and honestly, I drafted Lilligant just because of Lilligant Flame. It's not too great of a mon. Well, it made me think of Flame as like something. I don't know, to be honest. Just green. It's green and looks like a woman. It's probably why I thought of Flame. So, as you can see, Lilligant doesn't have the greatest move pool. In fact, it gets absolute shite for moves. I didn't realize that. Well, the thing is, I didn't realize its move pool wasn't this shit. I thought it would get like Hyper Voice at the very least. It does not. But Hidden Power isn't here, so we get no coverage outside of normal and grass. And her normal coverage is fucking around, so like, this is gonna be fun. Oh, and Hyper Beam. Like, it's Hyper Beam. We can use Snore, I guess. We do get some supportive options in like Aromatherapy, Encore, Leech Seed. What was the move I was just looking at? No. Stun Sport, Sleep Power are things as well that we can use, but Teeter Dance. Oh, yikes. I have to yawn. We get that. We can use entrainment. That's actually quite cool. Honestly, if people don't have like a good grass resist, like Temple Lilligant can go ham. So that's really cool. And last but not least, we have Mercedes, which is our Minchino, and honestly, at this point, I want something that could U-turn. I want something that could help bridge the gap of Latios and Weavile a bit, and Minchino's right there. I could take an Ambipom, but I prefer Minchino over Ambipom personally, so. Ta-da! Here's my draft. We face Tiffany or Celestial Alchemist week 1. And that was it for my draft analysis. I hope you enjoyed. Go check out Ian in the description below because he made the league. 2. Check out, I think, yeah, in the top left corner, I put my draft league logo for the Kyoto Samurott. Check out the guy who made that beast graphics. He is absolutely sick. And then in the bottom right corner, I put art of myself and Nico in Fire Emblem like clothes. I mean by Lith clothes, and then Nico and Lysithea clothes, because as I said, Lysithea is pretty much my favorite character. So like, yeet. So check Keith and Beast out, please do it. Thanks. And check Ian out, obviously, because without him, I wouldn't be making this video, because it's his league. I kind of need a league to make a draft league analysis video. You get what I mean. Check them out. Thanks for watching. Peace out.